Thank you for joining Providence College Interrupted. My name is Anthony Cherry. We are in beautiful Aquinas Lounge with, again, Thomas Abood from WDOM 91.3. So, we did not get started right at all. The Giants won 21-17. Both of us are New England fans, and we're both very distraught about this. What was your gut reaction to the Super Bowl?
Disappointment totally. I thought the Patriots were going to come out a lot better than that. You never see the Patriots come out sloppy, and that was really upsetting to see. Tom, safety right away. I knew something was wrong. So it was just disappointment straight up.
For me, you look at through the games this entire year, they always went slow. They didn't go that slow. And it was hard for me to watch at points because I just knew something was not right, like you said. And you could see that the horse was definitely, that wasn't the question about it. Their defense played phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
The offense just wasn't there. And it was kind of shocking. Brady missing a couple throws, a little off the mark, behind Deion Branch a couple times, over Wes Welker's head.
A couple of missed catches too, though.
Yeah, you can go either way in those ones too.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's hard for me to put one person's blame on it. I don't think you can. I think they gave it their heart out.
Yep.
Giants came up on top that time, and they had the ball. And we said the one thing we didn't say right was whoever had the ball the last time, with the most amount of time, was going to win. And that's what happened.
Sure.
We had a chance, a minute left on the field. We just couldn't get that epic run going like we
No
did.
deep threat either.
No deep threat.
No
And now that
deep
you
threat.
mentioned that, so it's over. This year's over.
Right.
How can we get back to the Super Bowl?
Like I just said, we have to pick up a deep threat, and I need to see one guy from the Patriots secondary either step up in a huge way or somebody come in and fill a spot, because there's just no way they can continue without the leadership. You absolutely need the deep threat. Marquise Colston from the Saints. I know we had some discussion about him. We're definitely going to need someone like that. I'd actually like to see him there. Nice pair of hands that can just run the old fade route to the corner.
And that's what I think he's not necessarily a deep threat, but he's that bigger body wide receiver on that outside. Because you have Gronk and Hernandez. People saying, no, we don't need that because we have Gronk and Hernandez. Well, I mean, we do, because what if they get double teamed?
Exactly.
Because you're going to throw to Wes Welker all the time down
Or
the
one
field.
if somebody has a hurt ankle.
Exactly. So what's happened? So, I mean, you got to look at Maurice Colston.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said last night, Jackson from the Eagles. I don't like him personally. I don't think he's big enough for the outside, but he is a deep threat. Kind of that type of person. I would like to see that, and I also said the secondary. Get a safety.
Yeah, we do.
Get a safety.
We need a Rodney Harrison. We need a Rodney Harrison.
And we dropped Merriweather too, which kind of hurt us in the end. Which I think we needed to get rid of him anyways.
Absolutely.
But who do we look for? I mean, you could pick someone from the draft. There's some nice draft players there. You have a cornerback from South Carolina, Nebraska, who are very top on the radar, who could be a nice cornerback in the NFL. And you also look at your two draft picks. You gotta look for someone on the outside. You have the offense.
Look for Bill Belichick to make a key move.
I think
we know
he should.
He always does.
And I think you should make a key move in that situation. Just move some guys around. Make a blockbuster move. I would like to see that. They haven't done that in a while. They had the Randy Moss
stick somewhere too. I'd like
Yes,
to see
I
Evans
was-
get a position.
He was floating around the entire year.
Yeah, I think he belongs on defense because he can tackle. You always see him come down and get the
He's
kick
not a
return.
bad dime package
Exactly.
quarterback. Which
Right.
I don't. And he's got that body for it. He's got the physical hands for it too.
Right.
Yeah, stick somewhere. But we haven't made a big move since Randy Moss. And he was our deep threat, no question about it. Let's get someone like him.
Exactly.
Off the top of
Somebody
my
that can
head,
just run.
I mean, I can't think of someone off the top of my head right now. But if you were to, this is what I would love to do. If we were not to trade our first two picks, I say go defense. But if we were to trade our first two picks and get the top 10, why not get a Justin Blackman out of Oklahoma State?
Exactly.
He has that deep threat. He can have the possession receiver. I think that's the type of wide receiver that we need on this offense. And that would bring some stress off of Rob Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez, Wes Welker, and that just opens up the offense, I think, tremendously. And maybe even give room to Chad Ochocinco to come out and flourish next year.
But we can't forget about the defense. That's what
No,
we need.
you can't.
We need defense.
You need an
back
acquisition.
in New England.
You need an acquisition, big time acquisition on both the offensive wide receiver position. The O line is fine.
Mhm.
Maybe get one in the fifth,
Mhm.
sixth round, build them up. That'd be good.
Right.
Because we have that guy from TCU, that inside guard who's going to be very good. But then you need that defense on that, either another linebacker, another DN, or safety.
Love to see a safety.
Um,
I'd really like to see a safety.
Safety, I think, is a main concern.
Yeah, I'd be right there.
So hopefully, they're in a, Vegas has a preseason odds are now
Yeah.
5-1 and
We'll
10-1.
see.
So we'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, breaking news yesterday and this morning to confirm it is Memphis is joining the Big East. Now, we talked about this earlier in the year and how conferences are shuffling about, and the Big East lost both Syracuse and Pittsburgh,
Mhm.
which hurts us on the basketball side of things most of all. Syracuse didn't bring anything to the table football-wise. Pitt gave a little bit to football
Yeah.
back in the early 2000s, 2004, 2005, when they had a solid team going to
Mhm.
BCS Bowl. But now you think of Memphis, they don't have a great football team, but they were in Conference USA. And Conference
Exactly.
USA in football is not what it is in basketball.
Nope.
It is a, I want to say crappy. It is a subpar.
Satisfactory.
yes.
Type of league.
And you put them in there, and then you have that kind of southern connection to get recruits up
They
there.
broke out west, so they
They
had to
did.
go at least a little bit south.
Yeah, and I think that gives them a nice little recruiting boost. I think they'll do very well in a couple of years. Don't look to them to be very good right now. But if you look at them in a basketball standpoint, that's a part of pickup of the year.
Big time
Memphis
sports
right
team.
now, I believe, is 15th or 14th in the polls. They're out of Conference USA. They recruit tremendously. They are a college town, like you said earlier, which is, I think this is one of the biggest pickups yet, besides Texas A&M going to the SEC.
Definitely, I can't really think of a better replacement. It's nice to see all those other football-only schools, but it's finally nice to see a big school with a big name that's going to join for basketball too. Because for a while there, all we really heard was, okay, well they're joining football-only member, the Houston team, you know. But I really like to see that Memphis is joining for basketball. I think it replaces that big name that, you know, we lost with Syracuse and Pittsburgh. You
Yeah.
know, a sports center worthy name.
It really is a sports center worthy name.
Right.
And another one that I like that's always been confirmed is the UCF team.
Mhm.
UCF team has a solid football team and a solid basketball team.
Right.
And I think they'll get more recruits because now they're in the Big
The
East.
Big East,
the Big
yeah.
East, which is going to look good. Now, as you talk about the Big East, you cannot go without talking about the Friars. Now, both me and you don't know what to do with our Friars now. We've just dropped 2 heartbreaking losses in crunch time, dropping big leads. What's going on with the Friars and how can we fix it?
Fatigue. And Ed Cooley has been saying it just about in every single press conference that the Friars are where they're at now, and that's what they have to work with, and that's the kind of team they're going to have to be for now. So I think our best bet is for them to keep playing hard, to keep going. I mean, when you think about it, if we had a little bit of depth, our starting 5 would probably be a top 10 Big East starting 5.
I think it is. I think it is a top 10
Yeah,
sort of the way you look at it.
But the problem is, in second half they come out, they're shooting 32% after first half shooting 62% last night.
And you just got to look at it as Coleman, Council,
Right.
and Cotton, and Henton. Henton didn't play that much last night because he had foul trouble early on. But those 4 are playing an average of 37 minutes, I believe.
Just
So
about.
that's basically the entire game minus 3 minutes of bench time. That cannot happen in a Big East play.
Not in Big
But
East.
who are you going to turn to? You have Ron Gibley, who gives you nothing offensively. Bryce Stefani, who gives you sometimes, but it's a give and take.
He'll give you
get-
that shot block, he'll give you the defense, but
He'll
not
give you
necessarily
that,
the
the
offense.
alley-oop, and
Right.
I think that's a nice aspect to give. But what else are you going to turn to the offensive side? Which
We
I think,
can't go on an offensive
which I
drought in any
think,
market.
and what's hurt us yesterday? 8.5 minutes without a field goal. 8.5 minutes. That's unheard of. And then, God, you were going nuts when Cotton was shooting 6 or 7.
Yeah, that was
in the first half. No
that was
less.
some of the best shooting we've seen since Marshawn, probably.
I think it was better than Marshawn.
Yeah.
Marshawn missed quite a bit,
Yeah.
but Cat was on fire yesterday.
I think the key for the Friars right now is that we need to start riding our hot players.
we do.
LaDante Henton came out a few games ago. I forget who it was. When he scored like
Against
26
South Florida.
in the
It was the
first
South
half.
Florida game.
Yeah.
We lost that game.
Came out,
And
scored
yeah.
26 in the first half, and then you don't see him get the ball in the second half till 5 minutes left. And Bryce Cotton yesterday, you kind of saw him fade off there in the beginning of the second half. I would like to see them just keep dishing the ball. They have to go with whatever's hot.
Because I feel like when you hit the first half, everyone's in it. Everyone's pumped up. Everyone's active. So there's passing the ball. I think Kelsey's best games are in the first half when he's passing the ball.
Mhm.
When he gets to that last 5 minutes, he's useless.
Right.
Because he tries to do too much. He's like, I'm the star, I'm the captain, let me take over.
Right.
And I'm fine with that. But you can't do it 100% of the time because you're gonna get double teamed. You're gonna have bad shots to take.
Exactly.
And that's what he does. That's what I get frustrated with him the most at. He's a very fantastic player. Maybe look for him in the NBA. Maybe I can't say that for
Yeah,
sure right now.
who knows?
But
a little bit more development, maybe.
he's a good passer. So why not pass the ball? Dribble, drive. That's our offense should be around. Dribble, drive offense. Go down. If you have a nice layup, take it. Nice dump off to Kareem Batts. Henson right there. You got it.
Right.
Little mid-range jumper to Coleman. Pump fake over the hole like it or kick out to Cotton. That's what we should focus on right now.
And you know, that's all great, and it's good that we're focusing on what we're improving. But we've also seen a couple of bright spots.
We have.
We mentioned Bryce Cotton with Gerard Coleman last night. Great to see him getting to the rim the way he
great
was.
2 games actually.
Yeah.
West Virginia games.
Yeah, so-
it was career high for him. I think 29 points.
Right, we're starting to see him, you know, come on his own and learn that he can just take the ball right to the rim. That's what he's going to have to do right now, and he's going to have to hit his foul shots because
And
right now he's getting fouled a lot.
And I think he's improving on his foul shots.
Mhm.
From that Georgetown
He
game, he
is,
went
he
from
has
1 to
been.
10. He made it a mission in life to improve on the foul shot line. I think whose new message is foul shots when they keep us in this game, and they are. And we missed a couple key ones yesterday that kind of froze our momentum, but they weren't the end of us. That drought was the end of us. That you can't put anything but that. We just went cold. We were a very streaky team, so if we get hot, we get hot. If we get cold, obviously we get ice cold.
The Friar fan, I mean, our favorite topic is next season, and
But I don't think we can lose next season because we're still in
it's
this
true.
season.
It's true,
So I mean,
but
I want to see my Fries in the NIT tournament. at
I
least.
would love to see that, but I don't think we're going to see that this year. I mean, I don't think we're going to see any postseason tournaments, any post-regular season tournaments for the Friars this year. I think they're going to work really hard. I think we can get another upset win at home. We have Georgetown and UConn, 2 great opportunities, and we have USF. That is a must-win on
Yeah, I was
Saturday.
gonna ask you that.
We should definitely.
Do we win that game?
Yes, absolutely. That last game, I loved what the Friars did the last game. You know, they got tired at the end.
Yeah, they did.
I really think they're gonna close this one out. They have to. Home
Yeah,
crowd,
they do.
4 o'clock should be a good crowd. Hopefully we can get a lot of students there.
And we're not gonna meet before the next game either. Is Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a very good team.
Right.
They're top
Very good team.
5 that you see in my opinion. They look to beat Cincinnati at Cincinnati. That's the question. Can they pull off that upset?
I'm not sure if they can, but my focus right now is Saturday and this victory of morale. We need this victory on Saturday. This drought has been way too long, especially since we're going so deep into games, 19-point leads. We're bringing
Yeah.
games down to the last 30 seconds almost 3-4 times in a row.
We have to learn to finish. That's the main thing. I think we have to nail it
Close
off
out
and,
games.
and just.
Close out games.
Keep out all-
When the depth comes, well, you'll see those games.
Well, yeah, but
close out.
that's next year.
True.
And we got to focus about this year. So turn into South Florida this Saturday, Parents Weekend, and then Tuesday at Cincinnati. Thank you for watching. Go Friars.
Go Friars.